good Glowmas. I was gonna say good morning and happy Glowmas, but I just mixed the two together. Good Glowmas! Hello. So today's video, we are doing something really cool that I'm really excited about. I've already filmed this video once and I filmed it and I just like wasn't funny. Like I just like wasn't good. I wasn't like on my game. I was literally just like talking in monotone. It was so boring. So we're refilming it and I'm gonna post it today. That's why you guys got a live stream as a video on day 27 of Glowmas. So that's what happened there. That's first. Secondly, this is the Truthful YouTuber Tag. It was created by Mel Thompson here on YouTube, and we're gonna jump into that in a second, but I also just have some like quick announcements. So Glowmas is almost over. We have tomorrow, and then I'm doing like a New Year's resolution type video, and then it's done. We're over. It's been so good. It's been so much fun and so cool to do really creative things on this channel. I've loved it, but I also have low-key, it's been killing me because it's like a lot of work. But I love how the response, you guys have really been loving it. It's been so much fun to interact with you guys, to grow with you guys. That's been amazing. Thank you to everyone, even if you just like joined yesterday and this is like your first video. Thank you so much for being a part of Glowmas and making this so successful and having this be so good. It's truly been like a crazy month of not only just growth within the channel, but also just like getting to do collabs that I've always wanted to do, getting to create content that I've always wanted to create, doing things that are a little bit different, and kind of experimenting with things. And so thank you guys so much for like being a part of this and just making Glowmas so incredibly amazing, because it really is, it's been so good. After that, so Glowmas is still ending. I'm not gonna keep posting a video every day because I would go crazy and nobody wants that. I am taking a break. I'm taking a very short break. I just need a couple days to like not be in front of a camera and like filming, because basically I've been filming and editing a video every single day for the past month. So I just need like a mild break. So basically, tomorrow is Monday the 31st. I will be posting a video, and then I will not be posting another video until January 4th. I'm taking 3 days off from YouTube, which maybe I should be taking more because I feel like I need to like maybe relax a little bit more, but I also know myself, and I might even post a video sooner than that because I know that I'm gonna be like itching to get like content out because I just love it and it's so much fun to create videos. But as of right now, my plan is to start again on the 4th, take like from New Year's Day all the way to the 3rd, just take that off and just enjoy my family. My boyfriend really misses me. He would like me to be able to hang out with him again. So just so you guys know, I won't be posting anything from the 1st till the 3rd, and then the 4th I'll have a new video. And then after that, the posting schedule, what I'm thinking right now, and this is subject to change because it always changes, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do Mondays, tutorial Tuesdays, so every two, and those are gonna be kind of shot my stash videos now. So Mondays, tutorial Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then Saturdays are gonna be the kind of my thoughts, get ready with me type videos. So 5 times a week, so which is still pretty good considering. And of course that's subject to change, of course, if something comes up and I can't get up a tutorial Tuesday. Basically, I'm promising Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesdays and Saturdays are just kind of bonus for when I can't get them up, and I usually do. So that's basically the gist and what the schedule is gonna be like in the new year. I bit my inside of my cheek like 2 nights ago, and I keep re-biting it, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and now I can't even talk without biting it, and it hurts so bad. I shouldn't have done such a long intro because this tag has so many questions. It has 16 questions, and I'm a little bit worried because I feel like I gotta like do some as like rapid fire because this is gonna be like a 2-hour video if I just sit here and talk. I really love this tag. I think you guys should go check out Mel. I think she has a great channel. I really love this tag. It's super interesting questions, and I feel like it kind of can give you guys sort of an inside look at what it's like to be a creator here on YouTube. So let's just jump right in. So the first question is, have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? A lot of times, yes. I'm pretty notorious for doing that. It sucks because I want it comes down to, do I give a brand that's maybe like a newer brand, an indie brand, a bad review, or do I simply not review the product because I don't want to really trash their reputation? And usually I've picked to just not review the product unless it gets sent to me through Octoly, because then I have to review the product. That's like the guidelines of Octoly. You have to post a review. The one I can think of in particular that this company still emails me, even though I was upfront and I was like, I didn't like your product. There was a wig company that sent me a wig, and I got the wig and it was really bad. I'm not like super I don't wear wigs. Like I'm not wasn't super well versed on what a good wig is, but I knew that this one was bad, and it was real bad, and I messaged them and I was like, this wig is falling apart, it's shedding. I was like, I can't do anything to it. Like I tried to do it said you could do hot tools with it, so I tried to do like a curl, and it just like kind of burnt and got really crispy and it smelled bad, and I was like, I don't think this is a good quality wig. I was like, I don't really want to give you guys a bad review because I feel like that's worse, but I can't give this a good review because I don't like it. And they still email me asking where my review is. So I blocked their email because they wouldn't like listen to me. They just kept being like, we want your review, and I was like, I'm not gonna post a review about a wig that I think is terrible. So that was one that I didn't. Normally though, if I like a product, I review it. That's like my big thing, and I'm very clear with companies now. I didn't used to know to like advocate for myself, but now when I get an email from a company asking me to like review something, I'm very clear that I will review it, but I'm always going to give an honest review, and it's not a guarantee that it's going to go on my channel. I watched a video from Lauren May Beauty a while back now, where she said she did that and that it was really successful for her, because there's like no pressure to like make a video if you hate it, but if you like it, you can be honest and tell people like your honest opinions about it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Product you use alone but don't show or use online. Oh, you know what it is? It's my Kat Von D brow pomade. Okay, so I don't support Kat Von D anymore. That's not a secret. I don't buy from her anymore. She's one of the few brands that I'm like, not few, because I guess I have a couple, but she's one of the brands that I'm like strict. Like, I don't want gifts from Kat Von D. I don't want anything from Kat Von D. I'm over it. So I had, but right before the whole anti-vax thing came out and I found out a lot about her past, I had this brow pomade that I bought from her that I love. It's like my favorite brow pomade of all time. And I don't want to use it on my channel because I don't want to like promote her and tell you guys to go get it, because you shouldn't. So I only use it when like I'm using it for me for like a random day. I don't really use it. Other days I use my ABH pomade, which still works. I'm wearing it right now. Still works and looks really good. My ABH pomade does, but I don't use my Kat Von D pomade online ever. Products you won't buy because you don't support the brand. Okay. Like every time a question like this pops up, I'm like, let me just link you to my brands I don't support video, because I made a whole video talking about brands I don't support. The big one though that I will say is like a specific product I don't buy but that I wish I could buy are the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I don't support the brand, but I love the lipsticks. I think they're the two that I bought before I knew about all the drama with him, and I freaking love them. Like they're so good. It sucks because I really genuinely like the products, but I just can't support it because I can't support the brand. So that's a big one. Do you have any blocked words? I do. I have a couple blocked words. I didn't know that racial slurs were not automatically blocked by YouTube, so I blocked all of those. Any racial slur you can think of, I've probably blocked it. I blocked everything like that just because I was shook one day when I saw a comment that had one in it, and I was like, why does YouTube not automatically do this? But they don't. So any sort of like racially insensitive words, any hate speech, I typically block, especially towards like the LGBTQIA+ community. I typically block those. I used to have the words Jay Leno blocked because people kept telling me my chin looked like Jay Leno, and then I was like, you know what, like there's worse things people could say, so I just like unblocked it, so now people can say it. But I think other than that, I don't really have any words blocked. I just think I don't want like hate speech, basically, especially when I'm talking about really sensitive topics like race. Like I just don't want anyone to be called something that's disgusting, you know what I mean? Do you delete comments? If so, why? Yes. If something is hateful towards another person specifically, like if in the comments I feel people are getting really hateful towards another person, if I catch it, I delete it. I don't always catch it because sometimes the comment sections on my videos are huge and I just don't catch everything, but if I see it, I delete it. I'm trying to think other reasons I delete comments. If people are just like continuously rude to me, like I recognize their username because they've commented so many times something that is just kind of rude or disrespectful towards me, I'll typically hide them from the channel. And what that means is, which I love the hide user from channel button. I have used that quite a bit lately, especially, where they still think they're posting and it still shows up in their feed that they've posted, but I don't ever see it, nobody else ever sees it. And that's really nice. They just go into like YouTube oblivion, and it's a really good tool for YouTubers. And I only do that to people who I feel consistently comment negative things. If you comment on one of my videos and you're a jerk, I don't do that because maybe you're just having a bad day. I don't know. Other comments I delete. This kind of goes back, not even if people are being rude, but if I feel like somebody is going through different threads on my video, and they're just posting like 10 or 12 different comments on all different threads, trying to start like a fight. Like they're just trying to be a little bit aggressive and like start a fight in a bunch of different threads, then I'll typically block someone too, because it's annoying to other people and it's also annoying to me to have to continually see them trying to just like stir the pot. So I delete stuff then, and I guess I delete comments if they're like rude to me, like sometimes, but sometimes I don't. It really depends on my mood. Sometimes people will say something and it'll really irk me, and then I'll just delete their comment, and other times people will say mean things and I just can laugh it off. So it really depends on my mood. I do delete comments, and I think every YouTuber should 100% be allowed to delete comments. 100%. Like this is our channel, this is our space. If I want to delete a comment, I totally can, and I think every other YouTuber has the right to do so as well. However, I do think that if it's a YouTuber who deletes every single comment that is even like constructive criticism, or is even like you have like the people who heavily moderate their comment section, where it's a person who's like pretty hated in the community, but for some reason their comment section is all praise to almost be like manipulative for people seeing it. That I think is pretty shady. But otherwise, I think if somebody says something mean to you, you have every right to delete that comment. Like you don't, as a YouTuber, you don't have to put up with abuse from other people. You just don't. Do you block people? I hide people from the channel, so I don't really block people, but I do hide people. I've only blocked on like other social medias. I've blocked like 2 or 3 people on Twitter, and it's just because they were like, it's the continuous. If you just say one thing to me, like I'm not gonna do it, but if you're continually like tweeting at me or doing something rude, I'm gonna block you, because like I don't want to put up with it, honestly. Have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand? Not that I am aware of, and not that I can remember. So no, because I feel like I would remember. No, I don't think I've ever lied to stay on good terms with a brand. I think it's pretty, I mean, I talk a lot of crap about stuff I get for free, especially from Octoly, and from brands like Pure. I feel bad because they send me a lot of stuff, but if I don't like it, I'm pretty honest about it. Have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind about it but didn't let your audience know? Like maybe I have, but maybe when I've done like a first impressions, not that I can like remember off the top of my head. Like maybe I've done that and not realized that I did that. I'm trying to think of a specific example. If it was something I said I didn't like and then I liked. Because if it's something I said I liked and then I turned out to not like it, I always update you guys. But sometimes I don't remember saying I don't like something and then I magically like it. Yeah, I can't remember like a good example of that. But if I said I like something and then it turns out I don't, I always update you guys. But if it's the reverse way, I don't always update you guys. Influencers you don't trust. There's a lot. I don't really trust like the Laura Lee, the Manny, anyone, and this sounds shady because I actually like Morphe, but anyone with a Morphe code, I really don't super trust, with the exception of maybe Jaclyn Hill with like face products, because all the face products I've tried from her have worked for me. But even with like other stuff, like with her Kylie Cosmetics stuff, I don't really trust her. Yeah, a lot of those folks, when all that stuff came out, about the like $60,000 for reviews and whatever, I don't blame people for taking that stuff, but it also just makes me think like, maybe I'm not gonna come to you for like an honest review about something. Influencers I do trust, however, I really trust Tati's reviews on things. I genuinely do think she's a very honest person, so I like Tati's reviews. I really love all my like small creator gang, all of their type of reviews, especially like Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. We just have very similar taste in things, and so I find when she likes something, I typically like it too. And same with like Abby Williamson and Nisa. I feel like we all have I have a very similar taste to them, and I trust their opinions on things, especially when it comes to more indie brands, because I'm very new to kind of getting into the whole indie brand scene. I was a very commercial like shopper for a really long time. I shopped at places like Sephora and Ulta like only, and now I've kind of been getting more into the like Blush Tribes, you know, the Certify, all of those things. And so I trust their opinions a lot on indie brands, especially because I need to know like where are the good places to buy from. So those people too, I love. Secret tips or product application that you don't show while on camera. I don't think there are any, because in my get ready with me's, I do very like in-depth get ready with me's. I very rarely like skip a step in a get ready with me and just like don't show you guys. I'm like looking at my face trying to think. I guess I skip my lip application quite a bit because I'm really self-conscious about how I do my lipstick, because I feel like I'm not very good at it, and my lips are also very small, which makes it very hard to apply lipstick. So I feel like if there's ever something that I'll like cut out completely out of my video, it's applying my lipstick, but sometimes I leave it in too. But I just remember when I was first starting YouTube, I got a lot of hate comments about how I applied my lipstick and how I was like doing it wrong, and now I just like don't need that criticism criticism in my life. So I feel like the only thing I'll ever skip if I am gonna skip something is how I apply my lipstick. And I also only like keep in places I'm talking during like get ready with me's. So I feel like I can't talk when I'm doing my lipstick anyway, so it would just be boring to watch me crappily apply lipstick. So I usually cut those out. Have you ever showed one product but were actually using another? Maybe with, this is so hard because it's so hard to remember if you've done something shady. Like maybe like didn't feel like looking at the lipstick that I was wearing, so I linked a lipstick that looked like the one I was wearing. Like that's possible because I do the links and everything. I do like the affiliate links. Sometimes it's really hard to remember everything you used on your face. So I'm sure at some point I was like, I don't remember what lipstick I used. Let me find a purple one that I also own that I know is good, and I link that one. But that's the only thing I can think of. It's just like if I didn't feel like linking a lipstick down below, or like I didn't feel like going and searching and finding the lipstick I used, I would link like a different one, or one that I thought, like I would just guess kind of. I feel like that's the only thing I ever do though. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the big one. It's just out of laziness, honestly. It's not even trying to like deceive you, I'm just lazy. Have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship? I've never had a sponsorship, so no, I've never not disclosed one. I always tell you guys when I get stuff for free, I've never lied and like said I bought something when I didn't. Never. I can like 100% certainty say I've never lied about that. Have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? Yeah, I've had a few, which is annoying because it's like, especially since they're like, it's just annoying. But I had this one brand in particular, I'm not going to disclose like what kind of brand it was, but they sent me their products and I liked them, and I emailed them back and I told them when I was going to include it in the video and what type of video it was going to be. It was going to be like a favorites video, and I was like, I'm going to include it in this video on this day. I'll send you the link when it's uploaded. And they responded, we actually, which is like, they agreed to all of my terms of being like, I'm gonna be honest and I might not review it, whatever. And they emailed back and they were like, actually, we thought that we were going to get a entire video dedicated to our product. And this is like not a product I would ever do an entire video based upon. It was just not, it wasn't even like an eyeshadow palette that I could do like a tutorial Tuesday with. It was just a product I would have never ever done. You guys would have literally thought I was getting paid, and I wasn't even getting paid. They wanted like an entire video. They basically wanted a sponsorship without having to pay me, which I don't do that. I'm not like here being like, oh, I expect to be paid for everything, like whatever. I don't care about that. But I will say that if you're gonna give me a script and bullet points to follow and you want an entire video made about your product, you're gonna pay me. If you just wanna send me the product and get my honest feedback, of course, like I'll do that for free whenever you want. I'll obviously do that. But if you're going to send me like bullet points, that's an ad at that point. You're asking me to make an advertisement, which I wouldn't have done for this particular brand, even if they had offered to pay me, because it's just not something I would have promoted. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not something I would have wanted to do a dedicated video on that would have been organic, but they still wanted that. And so I had a long conversation with them. We kind of got into a bit of a, issue. We had a bit of an issue, a little bit of conflict, but I advocated for myself. I think it's really important that other small creators advocate for yourself. Don't let brands try and like push you around to make videos that you don't think are organic or you don't want to make. So yeah, I basically at the end of it was like, this is what I'm doing and you already sent me the product. I didn't sign a contract, and if that's not good enough for you, I just won't mention it at all. And they were like, fine, but you have to do this, 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 and this. And they were like reasonable requests. They were like, don't mention any other brand that has the product that we have in the video. And I was like, fine. So I did it, and I'm never working with that brand again because that was a trash experience and I was pretty upset about it. Like, I was really annoyed. I was more annoyed that they were trying to like bully me into doing it. Like, that's the part that annoyed me. It wasn't even like, oh, they won't pay me. It wasn't even any of that. It was just the fact that they were like so rude about it that I was just like really turned off about the whole thing. Have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? No, but I definitely think that other people's reviews can sometimes influence my review if I watch it before I even test out the product. So like right before I got the lemonade palette, I watched Georgia Harris's video where she talked about hating the lemonade palette, and I got it the next day in the mail. And when I tried it, I had lower, like I just like had such high expectations. Then I saw Georgia's video and then I was like, man, I really hope mine is not like that. And then I was almost like hyper, first of all, that palette did suck, like regardless. But I think when you hear someone else's review, you're like looking for the problems that they mentioned. So when she said the shimmers were unusable, I was looking to see if mine were also unusable, and they were. before. So it's more like I'm more looking for things to be wrong with it instead of just looking at it with an open mind. So if I see a review right before the video, like right before I test out a product, then maybe it like slightly influences what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm looking for more problems, but I don't think I'm like bandwagon hating anything or bandwagon loving anything that like any other influencer likes. You know what I mean? I try to be pretty fair with that. The final question is things other creators do that get on your nerves. Well, I think you could talk about both communities here, because I think you could talk about the bigger influencers, and what I hate most about them is the rampant consumerism that they seem to not understand, that even if they are absolutely obsessed with everything that Mac just put out, doesn't mean that I can afford it because I don't get it sent for free. I think the unwillingness to understand that things cost money and not everyone has that type of money can be frustrating for me. The like, oh my gosh, you need this right now. There's absolutely nothing like this, when that's just not the case anymore with how saturated the market is. I think that's a big problem I have with bigger, and I also think, I know they're just trying to like keep relationships, and I can't understand that because I'm not at a point where I have relationships with brands that I'm trying to like keep good. But I do think that that's something that annoys me about bigger influencers, is just kind of how out of touch it seems. As far as smaller creator goes, and that's kind of like my scene, I really have been watching a lot of small creators this year just because it's been great. And I think the biggest thing that it's not even that it gets on my nerves, but it's something that I wish smaller creators would like understand, is you shouldn't try to be like a carbon copy of another influencer. Like, it's good to it's good to be inspired by other influencers, and it's good to get ideas and kind of bounce off of each other. But what is not good is when you are perfectly trying to replicate the personality that another YouTuber who is successful already has, because people already watch that person. They don't need to watch two of those people. So it's not even like it gets on my nerves. I just wish I could tell people, like, if you were just yourself, I think you would do so much better than trying to imitate a bigger YouTuber that you deem as being like more successful or something like that. Like, that's always the advice I give people. And the other thing too is like creating content that, like, the biggest thing smaller creators do that I'm just like, stop it. It's like, they do this thing where they just like make the same content that everyone else is making because they want to get noticed, and I get that. But if you're not making content that you think is dope and you think is cool, nobody else is going to think your content is cool either. So I always try to tell small creators, like when people ask for advice, I'm like, dude, just like make content that you would want to watch. Like, don't just make content that other people have made that gets a lot of views. Make content that you want to watch, and you're going to be a lot more successful. So that's a big thing. It's not even something that gets my nerves. It's just something I wish I could like scream at all small creators, because it took me a little while to figure that out. And once I figured it out, I feel like my content has been so much better than it ever was. That was my tag. Please go check out Mel's video. I will have it linked down below, along with a few other people I've seen do this tag that I think did a really good job. I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you for being here. Everything that's linked on my face, all of my social medias, my merch, and all of that other fun stuff will be linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so, so much. Happy Glowmas. We're almost done. I will miss it, but I will also be happy. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!